I now recognize Ms. Ramirez for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Chairman. Secretary, it's good to see you. I'm going to go straight to the questions because I have a lot of them. Let me start just following up with Congressman Goldman about judiciary. Do you agree that the judiciary is a co-equal branch of government and it is your obligation as a member of the executive branch to honor decisions made by the highest court of the land? Yes or no, Secretary?
We are
Yes.
abiding by all federal judges' orders, absolutely.
So, yes, it's a co-equal branch of government. Okay, well, let me ask you a follow-up question to that. Do you agree that Congress is a co-equal branch of government and it is your obligation as a member of the executive branch to honor legislation and appropriations duly authorized by Congress? Yes or no?
Yes, that's why I'm
Thank you.
thrilled to work.
Well,
for
let me
the
ask you the
president that is
follow-up question
enforcing
here because I
laws.
have a lot of them. Do
I
you agree-
like her, how I literally just want a yes or no. Yes or no, Kristi Noem, because all she does is try to obfuscate by running her mouth. Dude.
that Article 1 of the Constitution gives Congress the power of the purse? Yes or no?
Yes, that is a duty.
Do you
of
believe
Congress
that,
to be
let me
able
ask
to
you another
appropriate
follow-up, it's
funds.
just yes or no. Do you believe you have the power to disregard congressional appropriations and unilaterally repurpose funds that have been duly appropriated by Congress? Yes or no?
Ma'am, we are not doing that.
So the
We are
answer to
using
you is
dollars
no.
as to
All
how
right,
they
well,
were
it was a yes or
appropriated
no,
for ensuring the
Secretary. Let me
programs have
continue. Interestingly, you said no. But since you've been Secretary, you have repeatedly disregarded the law.
Oh,
You
shit.
have illegally impounded funds that Congress appropriated and that your branch of government must implement pursuant to the law. Yet you've closed offices established in law, including the Office for Civil Rights and Civil Liberties, the Office of the Immigration Detention Ombudsman, the Office of the Citizenship and Immigration Services, and you've canceled contracts for programs authorized in law, including shelter and service programs and citizenship and integration grants. You've obstructed and roughed up members of this committee as they attempted to conduct congressional oversight, and then you vilified them. But my question is, if they were so bad, why were they allowed to go in after to conduct oversight? Let me just continue. You redirected funds to terrorize our communities. You created taxpayer-funded political propaganda campaigns to terrorize families and children who don't sleep at night because of the terror of those commercials that you are putting out there. You hold sick, disrespectful press conferences in my state where, let me be clear, you are not welcome. You corruptly used emergency authority to avoid procurement to make Trump's private prison donors richer by directing $45 billion for them to expand ICE detention centers.
My God, dude, this woman is my fucking spirit animal. Who is this? She is cooking her. There she is. Delia Ramirez. Dude, yeah, she is bringing it home.
You defunded work to address real threats to the homeland, all while you pursued college newspaper editors, labor leaders, and even a Harvard scientist who failed to declare frog embryos at the airport. Clearly, we don't have time for all my questions, so I have 13 pages worth of questions that I will be submitting to the record that I expect you and the administration to answer. But here is my final question to you. When you took your oath, did you swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America? Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
So I find that laughable. You don't behave like someone who takes that oath seriously. And let me tell you why. We don't live in a dictatorship or a monarchy. Trump's will is not the guiding doctrine of this nation, and our country is not a playground for his or your twisted authoritarian fantasies. We are a democracy. We defend the Constitution and we affirm the rule of law. We respect the co-equal branches of government and we uphold our rights, even when we disagree. The foundation of our nation is based on a core set of constitutional rights upon which our prosperity, our pluralism, and our peace depend on it. You, however, have been leading.
And I would like to add that in every one of those constitutional amendments, it says all persons. It says nothing about citizens. It says all persons, okay? Every one of them, the 5th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, it is for people, every person in America.
Our pluralism and our peace depend on it. You, however, have been leading this work for 116 days. And in that time, you have profiled and dehumanized our neighbors. You've betrayed our constitutional commitment to due process. You've deported United States citizens. You've undermined the courts. You've broken the law. You've engaged in corruption, and you've weaponized the immigration system to violate civil rights. As Senator Murphy perfectly stated, your department is out of control. But you're responsible. You have betrayed the sacred fundamentals of your oath. And I believe to my core that you are not fit to hold the office. And I again, to your face, demand your immediate resignation. And I put it and place it on the record for all of us to see. With that, Chairman, I yield back.
Oh, shit. Dude, she like hosed her. My God, that was something to behold.
Sir, Senator, thank you for the question. But what I would
Madam
tell you
Secretary,
is that we are following court orders and that your advocacy for a known terrorist is alarming.
For a known terrorist. See, this is about the 𝗡𝗪𝗂 𝗪𝗀, but when she says that shit, she says that your advocacy for a known terrorist. It's like if he was a known terrorist, you would have gone to court and you would have shown he was a known terrorist. You fucking dizzy bitch. Okay, you fucking adulterous Corey Lewandowski eating your nasty cobwebbing shit out, right? Dude, but she says that shit brazenly when they never even went to court.
Madam Secretary.
It's alarming to me because he's a human smuggler.
Madam Secretary, I'm going to have to reclaim
and a terrorist, and he's not a U.S. citizen. He's a citizen of El Salvador, and he's home. If he were to come back
Madam
here,
Secretary,
we would take him immediately.
All right,
back
I'm going to have to, Madam Secretary, you should know a couple facts then, which is, number one, in 2019, the immigration court said that he should not be returned to El Salvador because it would put his life in danger. The Trump administration at the time did not appeal that decision. After that, he got a work permit and was working legally in the United States of America. This is also why the district court and the appellate court and the Supreme Court have ruled as they have. I suggest that rather than make these statements here, that you and the Trump administration
go to court,
make them in court under oath.
Yeah, there you go. If he's a terrorist, you have the proof of human smuggling. Why are you talking about it in a congressional hearing? You fucking clown. Go to fucking court and fucking state your case there. Fucking big pimpin'. Okay, you with the loud mouth. You dog killer lying about Kim Jong-un, fucking Trump's campaign guy, right? Cheating on your husband and calling yourself a Christian. You can't even walk on the native reservations in your own goddamn state because you got banned because you're such a clown show fucking bitch, right? But no, you don't go to court. You cosplay all this shit and you talk about it in a congressional hearing.
Despite what you just said, the federal district court whose judge is hearing this case right now said, and I'm quoting, that the administration has provided no evidence linking 𝗡𝗪𝗂 𝗪𝗀 to MS-13 or any other terrorist activity. I'm not vouching for the man. I'm vouching for his due process rights.
Sir. You've
no,
been
no,
vouching
no,
for
Madam
him.
Secretary, with
I would
respect.
suggest that you defend and stand alongside the victims of illegal
this
crime.
This is political rhetoric.
The citizens who live here and are United States Americans. I would suggest you advocate for them as hard
Madam
as you
Secretary,
do.
I know you're doing a political speech
No,
here.
I'm
I
not,
get it.
sir.
I'm asking questions of law. No, you're just spewing rhetoric.
I truly believe this. I truly believe this as an American.
Let me ask you this: Do you agree? Do you agree with Justice Scalia in the Supreme Court opinion in Reno v. Flores that, I'm quoting, "It is well established that the Fifth Amendment entitles aliens to due process of law in deportation proceedings." End of quote.
Sir, we are utilizing every due process tool that this Congress has afforded us. The Congress decides what due process is appropriate for every situation. Expedited removal is a due process that you have afforded us that we are utilizing. The Alien Enemies Act.
I'm going to reclaim my time, Madam Secretary.
So we are giving due process and using the tools
Madam Secretary,
this Congress has given us.
This is really, I'm asking sort of simple questions of law and simple questions like, are you complying with the return?
Dude, it's like her whole strategy is to just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and just spew the fucking bullshit, right? Spew the bullshit. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.